The Sharks are coming, Arsenal. The Sharks are coming. No, I'm just joking. I mean, that what I've just witnessed from Arsenal today is absolutely crazy. It's crazy. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the first half a lot. I saw the highlights of the first half. I didn't watch it. I tuned in the second half to watch the game, and what I watched was crazy. Arsenal have just bottled against a team that's 20th in the league. And, there's been a lot of things going around on the internet being like, oh, are we hating Arsenal too much? Is there too much hate on Arsenal? Which I agree with. I think there is too much hate on Arsenal. But at some point, there is reasons for it. And these reasons. Arsenal are just, there's something about them. When I watched the game today, when you see a title winning team, you talk about Liverpool, who hadn't won it for so long, but they always had this mindset of we want to win the title against teams that are 20 and they want to kill, they want to go for the kill, they want to win the game. They don't want to play cautious. Arsenal players, they're playing like Getafe in La Liga. I mean, it's not that bad, but you know what I mean? They're playing like Wolves are a better team than them. They're going down, they're trying time waste, they're playing sideways passes. Some of their passes look sloppy, some of their decisions feels like they're getting too overwhelmed by the situation. It feels like Arsenal players, like Arsenal fans, it's getting to their head. It's getting to their head about all this bottling and all this stuff that goes around. Because at the end of the day, these players see all of this. These players see all the news. Even if you try not to see it, you end up seeing it at some point. It's always out there. It's always on social media, and it feels like it's getting to Arsenal players. The Arsenal players, even the manager and Arteta, it feels like it's getting to their head. That some of the substitutions, I mean, I think the substitutions were all right today, but Calafiori scored an own goal, which I don't think he was at fault for, but he did, and it just feels like Arsenal are being an enemy to themselves right now. They're literally being an enemy to themselves, and I think a lot of people, including me, I said it at the start of the season, where I said that if Arsenal were to bottle this title, it will be because of Arsenal themselves. And it is becoming like that because it feels like the pressure of the title, the pressure of not bottling it again, is getting to them, it's getting to their head. And the players, every time they draw, they lose, they just put their head down. It's not like, all right, I get it. When you lose or draw, you are sad, right? But when you go into the next game, you forget about the last game. You have a title to win. You forget about the last game. No matter who you play next, you forget about the last game. You go in and you win the next game. That's your mentality. That's what your mentality should be. And when Arsenal have that mentality, they are a very, very good team because you see them in the Champions League and you see them play with a free mind because the Champions League for them it's not really a big deal. I mean, they would like to win it, of course. They've never won it in their history, but it's not much of a pressure as much as the Premier League is. It's like if we win it, we win it. If we don't win it, we don't win it. We don't really care. That's why they play free of pressure. They play freely. They play freedom ball. I'm joking, but they do play freely. And when you see them playing like that, you do see them playing very very good football, and they're able to play that good football. But against teams in the Premier League, it feels like Arsenal are being too cautious. Arsenal are being too well, you know the term handbrake. They're pulling the handbrake up. They're putting the handbrake up every time. They're being too secure. They have to take risks. They're not willing to take those risks. The some of the players, the creative players that are should be taking those risks, the likes of Eze, the likes of Odegaard, the likes of Bukayo Saka, these guys have been conserved. These guys have been feels like it's been coached into them that they're not allowed to be creative. They're not allowed to be expressive like they're supposed to be. And I feel like Arteta has to tweak something because at the end of the day, every time a league winner's won a league, you talk about Manchester United, you talk about Man City, you talk about even Liverpool, they've had problems throughout the season. No one's ever really perfect in the season. They always have problems, but it's on the manager to fix these problems and fix them quick before its narratives start getting at you, especially getting at Arsenal because they haven't won it for so long and because of the history of bottling the league again and again and again. And clearly Arsenal need to do something. Arsenal need to do something. They need to Arteta needs to fix up. He needs to get the players in, call a meeting in, and talk to them. Just talk to them, be like, come on, guys, we need to win a league here. We cannot bottle again. Although I'll be laughing if they do. I'll have you know that. But yeah, this is the balls. They've just literally taken the ball, given it to Man City. So Pep, you do what you do, and when you give the greatest manager of all time the ball, he's gonna score. He's gonna do you in. As simple as that. As simple as that. And you've given him the ball too many times now. You gave him the ball three times this season already. You've given it to him now the fourth time. There's about you can get away with it once, you can get away with it twice, you can get away with it thrice. But there's a point where you cannot get away with it, and Arsenal has probably now reached that point where I think if now City with the defensive signings they've made in Gehi and in terms of Gehi and Ruben Diaz is back, and now they've got attacking signing in Semenyo. That is a force to be reckoned with. Haaland has finally broken his goal drought against Liverpool with the penalty, and it might get ugly. It might get ugly very fast for Arsenal. And Arsenal fans and Arsenal can only hope they keep winning because the way they're going, I think I see another draw coming. I see another draw coming at some point. The way they're playing, they're too cautious. And if you sit in a low block against Arsenal in the Premier League, they're so cautious that if it's not coming from a set piece, which and nothing's wrong with it, but if it's not coming, it's just over for them. And I always say this with Arsenal. These guys keep giving me stats. Oh, we have the second most open play goals. We have this, we have that. But every title winning team always has that X factor, always has an attacking player that's providing that X factor, that kind of magic that you cannot describe in terms of stats. You look at Man City with Aguero, with Kevin De Bruyne, with Erling Haaland, with Phil Foden in all their title winning seasons. You look at Manchester United with Wayne Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, they had Carlos Tevez, so many. You look at Liverpool with Mohamed Salah, Mane. You look at even Chelsea with Frank Lampard, Drogba. These guys might not score every single game, but when their team needs it, when the game seems stuck, these are the guys that come up, pull themselves up, and say, "All right, we're getting that goal now." And for me, that's what really matters. And Arsenal is missing that person. Declan Rice, he might be the best player in the Premier League, but he's not that person. He's not that person. He's a secure, conservative, unbelievable midfielder, but his role doesn't allow him to be a free, creative, expressive midfielder that can provide you magic and score these crazy goals. Yes, he scored against Real Madrid, but that's a one-off. He's not going to do it again and again for you, which some of the players did. Bukayo Saka, that's the player you looked at. That's your star boy. That's the player you looked at and said, "This is the one. When we are stuck, we're going to give him the ball. We're going to let him do his thing, and he's going to get us out of it." Clearly, he cannot this season. Clearly, he's been absolutely. I mean, he's been very bad. I'll be honest with you. He's been very bad this season. I know he's been dealing with injuries, but something has to happen. Eze, so good, and it now feels like the creativity just gone. De Bruyne, he's the highest scoring midfielder in the league. Once he was right. He has the record for one of the highest scoring midfielders in the league. He's the creativity, the X factor from him just faded away. It feels like Arteta, because they lost the league while playing attacking and they lost the league, they've gone complete opposite to completely a secure side that now has no X factor. Whereas they should have found a middle ground where they're secure at the back, but also good in the front. And at the end of the day, I know not every title winning team is perfect, but Arsenal, when you're trying to win it for so long, you have to be perfect. I'm sorry, this team has to be perfect to win it now because the mental pressure is going to keep getting to you. The mental pressure is a huge deal, and it's going to keep getting to you unless there's a player in your team that says, "I'm going to take you guys out of this, and I'm going to do something," or Arteta does something. So that's me with Arsenal. I think Wolves played a great game. I want to, I mean, respect to you guys. I think a lot of Premier League fans, a lot of football fans are praising Wolves right now. But respect to you guys, played a great game. And then I also want to touch on Inter Milan versus Bodo Glimt. That's the only Champions League game I got to watch today. And oh my God, Bodo Glimt are becoming giant killers. I mean, let's be honest, they've been City at home, they've been Atletico away from home at Madrid in Metropolitano, and now they've gone and beaten Inter Milan at home again. I mean, this team is going crazy. They've just gone on a 3-game win streak in the Champions League, the first time in their history, I think, where they've beaten three of the biggest names in Europe. Man City, treble winners. Atletico Madrid, two-time finalists, one of the biggest names in Europe when it comes to the Champions League and going further in the competition. And Inter Milan, treble winners, three-time Champions League winners. They've destroyed all these teams, and it's not like all these teams have had have had like a team that's not good enough. No, Inter have a very decent team. They're first in Serie A. Atletico, they just beat Barcelona 4-0. They have a decent team. Man City, yes, they had a dip in form, but that they still had Erling Haaland, they still had Ryan Cherky, they still had these unbelievable players playing. And Bodo Glimt has come in and defeated all these teams and defeated them comfortably. Every single game you see, but Atletico, where you could say, "Oh, maybe," but even that, I felt like for Bodo Glimt that was comfortable. And Inter game today as well, comfortable win for Bodo Glimt. Um, their player who scored the last goal, Hogg, he's becoming a hero at the club. He's dropped the man of the match performance against Man City. I think he scored two goals there. He scored did he score? I think he scored or assisted a goal against Atletico, and he's assisted two and scored a goal against Inter today. He's becoming their hero. He's becoming like their new guy. And the other one as well, which I'm gonna butcher his name, so I'm not gonna say it, but the guy who scored the second goal, unbelievable again. Inter obviously get a goal back with Esposito, but it was at the end, it was done until then. It was 1-0, and in the second half, Inter just looked completely out of it. And I feel like this is the problem with me in Inter. Feels like they lack a bit of creativity. They lack a bit of creativity in terms of the midfield, in terms of the players out wide. They seem to struggle when it comes to breaking low blocks. And today they couldn't break sorry, they couldn't break low blocks, and they also couldn't stop the counters that Bodo Glimt were throwing at them. Bodo Glimt have some very good players. Like these guys are athletes. These guys are pacey. I mean, I've seen them today. They're pacey, and some of the passes they're picking, the weight of the pass, the timing of the pass, it seems perfect. It seems like wow, this a top player would do that, and they've been unbelievable. I mean, what can I say? It's been very, very good. And Serie A, I mean, the first team in Serie A might just go out in the playoffs. That would be crazy. That would be crazy just for not just for Inter, but for the league itself. It would be a bit of a disgrace, according to me, especially going out to Bodo Glimt, which is like 24th. They come 23rd in the Champions League table, just about made it. And yeah, Bodo Glimt's becoming a very, very good story. I mean, they were basically out till match day six until they faced City. They were basically seen as, oh, these guys are gonna go out anyway. And now they've just come back and destroyed City, Atletico, and Inter in a row, and they might be looking to go into the round of 16, which would be amazing um, for Bodo and all the fan bases and all the people, even for the country in Norway. Um, but yeah, there's a factor that I think Bodo Glimt don't really play games. Right now the league's not going on, so they get a lot of rest. They play friendly games to prepare for these matches. But at the end of the day, when you're facing teams of this quality with the players that earn millions of dollars or euros, and these guys are one of the top players in the world. These guys are one of the best players in the world. They should be beating Bodø Glimt. Call it what it is, they should be beating Bodø Glimt. Bodø Glimt could have a year's of little rest and they could still, Man City still should be beating them. Inter still should be beating them. Atletico still should be beating them. So, yeah, Bodø Glimt, kudos to you guys. You guys are going crazy. And I want to see more. I love you guys being Inter, by the way. I love Bodø Glimt right now because I'm a Barca fan. And you guys just beat Inter. I love you. That's it. But I want to see Birmingham go further, man. I want to see them reach like at least like a quarter final. Give me a quarter final. I know you can give me a quarter final. I think if they beat Inter and go through, they face Sporting. If they can beat Sporting, let's be honest. Sporting is not the best. They can beat Sporting, and if they can beat Sporting and go into the quarter final, I'm happy. I like that. I would love to see Bodø Glimt go make that kind of run. It seems like it's been a while since I think Ajax. We haven't really had that kind of run in football for a while now. So let's hope Bodo Glimt can give us something. But yeah, that's the match review. Sorry for Arsenal fans, sorry for Inter fans. Good day for me anyway. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, of course. And tell me what you guys think of both the matches down in the comments down below. And tell me what you guys want to see like in terms of content. I want to try improving myself and making something new. So let me know. And thank you.